After my relatively glowing review of Astrobot on PS5, I thought I'd take an opportunity to spread the love a bit and do a little Nintendo shilling to balance it out. Xbox is in the back like, what about me? Alright, fine. Get Xbox Game Pass on PC. Most of you Nintendo havers, at least the ones who like buying games digitally, know that the Switch does this deal every now and then, or maybe it's permanent and the list of games just expands, but I feel like I don't always see it advertised, but I digress. They do a deal where you can buy 2 Nintendo Switch game vouchers for a total of $100 to be redeemed for any digital Switch game on their published list of permitted titles to exchange them for. This list is ever-changing and doesn't include every big release, but assuming you're using them on 2 full-priced games, you can end up saving $20 buying the 2 vouchers and then redeeming them for said games. Tears of the Kingdom actually provided an opportunity last year where you could have saved $30 since that game was $70 but was still on the redeemable list. Traded freely with a voucher all the same. You can actually still do that if you missed the TOTK boat initially because it's still on the list. Anyway, I'm here to tell you that this voucher deal is relevant again. Obviously, your mileage may vary, but I personally am about to see some great use out of it because the new proper Zelda game, Echoes of Wisdom, and Super Mario Party Jamboree are both on it. Since those are both games I'd buy regardless, this is a great way to save $20, and it's probably the 3rd time I've done the voucher deal. The first, I believe, was for Pokemon Legends Arceus and Pokemon Violet, and I think the second was Tears of the Kingdom and Fire Emblem Engage. There are 29 games currently on it. Some of them are $50 for some reason, like I want to meet the guy who goes out of his way to spend $100 on 2 Switch vouchers so he can save approximately $0 on Mario vs. Donkey Kong and Detective Pikachu Returns. That's a shrewd shopper right there. That's like using your debit card to buy yourself a gift card and then spending your gift card so you don't have to use your debit card. But the majority of them are full pricers, and Nintendo never puts their first-party games on sale ever, so they're going to stay that way. It's going to be the year 2035, they'll still want $60 for Metroid Dread. I don't like the idea of buying games at full price that have been out for longer than a month, much less multiple years, so I do not recommend using vouchers on their back catalog, but the more recent or upcoming stuff should be on your radar. If you're into Echoes of Wisdom, or Mario Party Jamboree, or Mario and Luigi Brothership, or whatever the next upcoming thing they put on it is, you should keep track of what you can get with the vouchers. Whenever a Switch game gets announced with a release date and becomes available to pre-order, you can go on the eShop and see if the game icon has a little voucher symbol in the corner. You have to buy 2 of them, so only do it if there's at least 2 games you're going to buy regardless, and you have to have Nintendo Switch Online when you purchase and when you redeem your vouchers, so if you're sporadic about your multiplayer habits, keep that in mind too. You also have to use your voucher within a year of purchasing it. I just really like this idea, and I wish PlayStation did this also. Sometimes I debate whether to get a new game on PS5 or PC, and if PlayStation had vouchers that saved me money, that could be something that gives them more money. But if you're a hard copy guy, obviously none of this applies to you. I've been buying digitally since the PS4 days, and I like the convenience of it. Not having to switch out discs or cartridges all the time, not having to go anywhere to buy a game or wait for shipping on a pre-order. Being able to play a game the night before instead of the day of is such a boon, especially when I have content to create. And there's a ticking clock of relevance. One of the reasons this deal specifically shines for Nintendo, though, is because I feel like Nintendo games are predictable in terms of quality. What you see is what you get. There's almost never bugs or a bad launch that they quickly have to patch, or even a big difference in expectation versus reality. There's not a lot of, is this game for me? Is this game going to be good or just mid? Like, whether it's good or mid, you know ahead of time. I think the only time I've ever been solidly off base in my expectations of a Nintendo game was Pokemon Violet, but that was also like the worst performing Switch game in history in terms of technological prowess, so I don't think anyone expected it to shit the bed that hard. Like, maybe you thought it would be mid, but to chug along like that at robot chicken frame rates and make Sword and Shield look legitimately good in comparison is crazy. Even the games that other people think are good, that I don't think are good, I was right that I wouldn't think they were good, and that makes the Nintendo voucher deal a safe bet for anyone who knows their tastes well. I was also a little wrong about Fire Emblem Engage. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be, but only because I expected it to have New Game Plus, because if it did, I'd be singing its praises to this day. If there's any Nintendo games you guys have been disappointed by, or pleasantly surprised by, to a noteworthy degree, feel free to shout them out in the comments. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe. Watch all my other videos to redeem a voucher to watch them again, and I'll see you guys next time.